Have you ever been in a position where you know exactly what you want? You know how you're going to get there, but there's still something holding you back? It's as if there's this invisible force within you that you just can't identify. Okay, so you've got your blueprint, you know your what, you know your why, you know your how, you've got all of that under the control. But what if you're still not moving? This is where we confront the hidden barriers, those subconscious fears and the limiting beliefs that act as those invisible walls. In part one, we dissected procrastination, which is caused by a lack of direction. Today, we're going to dig deeper and we're going to tackle the second root of procrastination, and that is our unidentified core beliefs or fears. These inner forces within us, which most times we don't even recognize to be the main source of our lack of progress. Fears, my friends, are not just imaginations of the mind. They're deeply rooted in our subconscious mind. Oftentimes, they are formed over years and years of experience and conditioning. These fears can manifest themselves in different forms. It can be in the shape of failure, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or even the fear of success. Yes, you heard me right. The fear of success is a real thing. It's the fear that if you do succeed, you might not be able to come to sustain this success, or you stop recognizing yourself if you become successful. So when you identify these fears, when you know exactly what you're afraid of, you understand, where it's coming from through self-reflection, this becomes crucial because now you are unlocking the invisible barrier. You're taking what's holding you back and you're becoming in control of it. But this is in the mind. Let's break this down, what's happening in your brain, okay? You know that jittery feeling when you're getting scared? That is the brain's panic button. It's called the amygdala, okay? And it's going off when you're afraid. It's like an alarm system that's been around since the caveman days. And the amygdala is designed to get you ready to either fight off a bear or to run for your life, okay? But here's the thing. So your brain can't really tell the difference between a real bear and the fear of something, let's say like failing an exam or messing up a job interview. So your body reacts the same way. Your heart races the same way. Your palms get sweaty and you feel like you want to bolt and you want to run, all right? But now there's another part of your brain, which is called the prefrontal cortex. That's like the chill out, it's all good guy, right? This part of you tries to tell you, hey, relax, failing an exam, it's not the end of the world, it's all good, relax. But sometimes what happens is the panic button that's activated is just too loud, right? And it drowns the voice of reason. It really dims the voice of the prefrontal cortex. And it makes you dodge the task altogether. So if you're afraid of failure, then you're afraid of working towards studying an exam, which you're going to do and then fail. So I'm not going to study towards this exam because I'm afraid of failure, right? So you dodge the task altogether. That is procrastination in action. But the cool part is that you can actually train your brain to listen more to the chill, relaxed guy, to the prefrontal cortex, and less to the panic button through a few things. And I'm going to go through these strategies now with you. Here are 5 strategies that you can use to identify, reframe, and overcome the fears that you feel are hidden within you, okay? The first step is self-inquiry. This is the first step. You need to identify the fear. You need to ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Am I afraid of judgment? Am I afraid of failure? Am I perhaps afraid of the unknown, of uncertainty? And you want to write these down, right? Make them tangible, put it in front of you on paper. Write down what you are afraid of. Then comes the next step, which is cognitive reframing. Once you've identified your fears, now you challenge them. You ask yourself, is this fear that I have right now, is it based on facts or assumptions? For example, I have a fear of public speaking. Is it because of facts that I'm not a good public speaker or not? More often than not, you'll find that your fears are not as rational as they seem, right? They're just conditioned by what's happened to you when you were younger. The third strategy is positive affirmations. Create a set of positive affirmations that counteract each fear. For example, if you fear of failure, then you could remind yourself that each failure is a stone to success, right? Or through hardship comes ease. Another strategy is mindfulness and meditation. Now, this helps you become more aware of your thoughts and your feelings. And it's like training your brain to pause before it reacts to any signal that comes from the panic button or the amygdala, right? Then taking small actions. Fear often paralyzes us, and the best way to overcome this is to take small, manageable actions towards your goal. And each action will serve as evidence against your fear, which empowers you to take the next step, right? And this is what we spoke about in the first part of this series when we discussed the strategy or the action plan, right? So let's summarize what we've spoken about so far, okay? Overcoming procrastination is a twofold journey. First, you need a clear blueprint, and that is to outline your what, your why, and your how. And we spoke about this in the first part. This will give you a sense of direction. Then you're going to identify and dismantle the hidden fears and beliefs that are holding you back. This will now give you the freedom to move. And together, when you combine these two together, it creates a practical journey or steps to take and a powerful strategy to overcome the sense of procrastination that you've been experiencing. Now, if you followed along through parts 1 and parts 2, you now have a comprehensive strategy to tackle procrastination. And remember that your journey towards self-mastery is ongoing and it's never going to stop. You're not going to master this from the first time, but each step you take, no matter how small it is progress. I want you to stay tuned for more content that's going to help you navigate on this path. Until next time, my friends, may your journey be fruitful and may you find the clarity and the courage to act. God bless.